So go on then, we'll cover this Tom Cruise story. So if you use the internet or if you use Twitter more specifically, Tom Cruise went absolutely mental for some people breaking the you-know-what protocol. Now, what we're going to do now is we'll play the clip and then come back. So, yo, what is good YouTube? What's you here? If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. So this is a video about Tom Cruise going absolutely mad, going mental. Not sure what I'm going to title the video. It is interesting, but it's also kind of which way do you look at it? So at the 100K mark, we're going to give away something that is so pretty damn cool. So make sure to subscribe with notifications on to the channel and comment down below. Is he right? Is he wrong? Should we get more context? And also check us out on Twitter, WarStewG, and Instagram at WarStew. So I'm going to play the video clip.
You're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too, and you too, and you. Don't you ever do it again. That's it. No apologies. You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. That's what I sleep with every night. In the future of this industry. So I'm sorry, I'm beyond your apologies. I have told you, and now I want it. And if you don't do it, you're out. We are not shutting this movie down. Is it understood? If I see it again, you're gone. And so are you. So you're going to cost him his job. And I see it on the set, you're gone. And you're gone. That's it. Am I clear? Do you understand what I want? Do you understand the responsibility that you have? Because I will deal with your reason. And if you can't be reasonable, and I can't deal with your logic, you're fired. That's it. That is it.
So, as you just heard in the video clip courtesy of the Sun exclusive, Tom Cruise just ripped into his whole casting crew because someone broke, you know, the rules. There's even a transcript where he says, we want the gold standards. They're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us, because they believe in us and what we are doing. All right, son, you're not the only actual company that is doing this. There's the Batman movie, there's Spider-Man 3, there's lots of other studio houses that are actually currently making movies. Now, what is interesting is he's the producer of the movie, but also it's clear, I can't find evidence, but it's clear that he's an investor. There was an article back in September that said Tom Cruise to pay cast and crew because they're shooting the movie. So Tom Cruise will pay $700,000 to keep production going. He will keep the cast and crew living on a ship amongst you know what. So maybe that's the reason why he's so angry, because he's physically putting his own money in it. He's clearly more than just a producer, an actor, and main star. He's clearly an investor of this movie, although I can't actually find evidence. So I guess you got to bring up the Ray Fisher abuse storyline here, storyline incident, because Ray Fisher said that Joss Whedon abused people on set. Now, this could be seen as abuse on set because he is literally tearing them apart because they broke you know what. But there's no actual evidence of what they did. Did they not wear masks? Were they too close to each other? Were they messing around? It is actually pretty damn savage what he says to them. I mean, you wouldn't want to mess with Tom Cruise, would you? Because he's an absolute badass, even at 50 plus. And he goes on to say, you can tell it to the people who are losing their in homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table. He's got a lot of valid points, but the way he did this, and whoever leaked this is going to get in serious trouble. It's quite shocking, to be honest. So I think it's currently set to release November the 19th, 2021. So obviously, if they have to shut down the production because of, you know, something breaking out or some people getting it on set, then it will push it back. Investors, obviously there's interest in all this kind of stuff when you know, they don't see a return on their investment, because a lot of people seem to think that just because obviously Universal or Warner Bros is making a movie that they finance the movie. A lot of people don't actually understand how Hollywood works. It's interesting, but also, you know, Universal, Paramount Pictures, Warner Bros, Marvel, Disney, there are a lot of other production companies making movies and TV shows. So he's not the only company. He kind of embarrassed himself in a way, like the way he went about it. And I guess the public perception of Tom Cruise is going to go down massively now, because he's seen as the nice guy, and then a video clip comes online of him tearing into people. We don't know what the reason was. All we know is that allegedly the reason is they broke the rules of the current world, and yeah, he absolutely teared into them. So I don't agree with what he did. I do agree with obviously some of his points, but the way he went about it was a bit abusive. It pretty much was a clear abuse of power. But obviously, technically, he is their boss, but he shouldn't have spoken to them in the way he did. Now, it's a bit odd. The Sun got it. I mean, the Sun's not the most respectable publication out there, but you can't really say the audio clip is doxed or something, because it's clearly there. In addition to the audio clip, he said, we are the gold standard. So, you know, he says he's having phone calls at nighttime with in studio, insurance companies, obviously getting actors and people on casting crew insured during, you know what, must cost a lot of money. So he seems like he is physically paying for a lot of this himself. That article that was back on Entertainment Weekly, I think it was, back in September, when it says Tom Cruise is physically paying to keep the cast and crew, to feed them, to keep them on production so they don't run behind schedule, because obviously every movie should have released this year and there's already been multiple setbacks. So if this has to stop shooting again, then yeah, it will cost him a lot of money, as it seems that he is a financier, or he's got something to do with the financial state of this. But I just want to know what you guys think about this, because I find it an interesting story. It's interesting what happened. And as I said, I will be bringing different stories. Now, this is kind of a breaking story. It broke last night and I was in two minds about should I cover it, shouldn't I cover it. But I do want to cover more kind of movie news and movies, what's going on in the movie world, because essentially it is pop culture related. So like always, guys, let me know down below, is this kind of stories you want on the channel? Do you like these kind of videos? Very different. These are like one-off pieces, so to speak. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.